Hello everybody, welcome to the new YouTube channel. My name is Aspen. I'm here to go through a lot of miniatures. I know I'm not Nerdy Jackie. She's fantastic. I am not a professional. She'll say she's a professional. She's the greatest of all time. I'm just figuring this out brand new. So feel free to join on my journey of unboxing miniatures and doing those reviews with you. Yeah, so let's get started. I got quite a haul today. So we've got Disney snacks from the Mini Brands Create Company that we will be unboxing. So I'm just gonna grab these out. We have a second one, third one. I'm not really sure how many I got this time around. Fourth. My short arms can't get them all. 5. And that might be all for the creates. I will be doing more videos, but for right now we are just doing the creates on this video. So let's see what we got, guys. It's exciting. Oh, I've been wanting to get this set up so that I could go through these with you guys. So I'm so excited that we get to do it. I don't know how Nerdy Jackie gets these to come apart on the first go. Like I said, she's amazing. Yay! If you hear anything in the background, it's probably my dog, Cap. He's a good boy, and he always thinks that these are for him. No, baby. No. You can't has. You can't has. Go lay down. These are mama's. I don't have quite a good setup yet, guys, so just bear with me. We're kind of doing this together. Like I said, I don't really know how well the channel is going to do, if you guys are going to like this content. This is really just for me and letting you guys know what's in these, because I've been curious as well. And to be honest, it's been really fun watching Nerdy Jackie do these. So, like I said, she's amazing. She's a professional. It's so not. All right. Ooh, nice pop. Okay, so let's see what we've got in this. Got 1, 2, 3, and our pamphlets. So this is our pamphlet for our UV light, which I hope I get, because last time that I got this pamphlet, there was no UV light in there. And let's, I guess we won't do the pamphlet just yet. This guy's chunky. Excuse my dirty nails. Wow, I should have cleaned them better. Sorry. All right, we've got Cheshire Cat ketchup glue. Keep in mind, guys, these are not edible. Let's see what the next one is. All right, so it looks like we are looking at Alice in Wonderland Cheshire Cat sausage imitation and hot dog bun. We got a little Cheshire Cat there. Turn it right side up here. All right. And the UV light. Got a Cheshire cat here. And so it looks like we are doing a resin project. We have this lovely little Cheshire cat bowl. And it looks like toppings. Let's see what we've got here. Try to open this up without spilling it everywhere. Cabbage leaves, maybe? And what are these? I'm not really sure what those are. But it looks like we've got onions and cabbage leaves and yellow things. And some tongs that look like his little hands. Those are so cute. Okay. Ah! Oh, and a tiny fork. Nom 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 nom. All right. Let's see what we've got. So we've got our pamphlet here showing us all the different things that we can get. And we will be doing this Cheshire Cat hot dog. And these are our instructions. And because I am not a professional, I will be following the instructions. But these are what they look like. And I'm just showing you everything so that you guys can get the full experience. If you don't want to get this, at least you can see everything over here. It looks like I'm missing a nozzle, so I'm going to go back through my bags real fast. Yes, here is the nozzle. Now, I don't really have much of a working space, so I have just my cardboard box. So we will just show you everything over here. All right, so we're gonna start with our bun. Is there a way to open it? Yes. So there is a little, says there's a way to open it. Let's see. Yep. It says to use the tongs to put that in there. I don't see how that's necessary. The next step is going to be to put our sausage in here. Ta-da! It does fit very nicely, so that's good. Then they wanted us to put our cabbage leaves, and they had 4 on there, so let's make sure that we have 4. 4, and it looks like we have 2 onions, and then these will be the last thing that we do, whatever those are. Someone in the comments tell me what they're supposed to be. All right, so we're gonna, doesn't look like they go in there very well before the hot dog, so let's just try to put them in here first. We'll just see how this goes. Maybe put hot dog in as well. Make sure that there's some room. Okay, all right. We're getting it. Okay. Look at it, it's so cute. Okay. Then they wanted us to do the resin and then put the onions in to make the little ears. I really feel like we could probably do that before the resin just to prevent us from getting all sticky. So I know I said I'd follow the instructions, but I'm already going back on my word. Maybe this is why I had to do it with the resin, because it just does not want to go in there. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to hold it while we do our resin. Okay, we can do that. So this is, I believe, a screw on top, like unscrew top. It looks like we've got some purple. Now I'm only going to do half of the resin so that I can harden it while the onions are on there, and then I will do the other half with the other onion. So let's just see how easily this comes out. Very nice, very nice. So we're going to do that. And we've got our light here. So we're gonna kind of position that on there. Definitely use the tongs, which I didn't do. I don't like how runny it's getting already. I really want it to hold its shape a little better than that. Let me see if I can adjust this with the tongs or if it's already hardened. Hold on. It's not already hardened, so we can still adjust it with the tongs. Of course, I have an essential trimmer, so this is going to be a little more difficult for me. We'll just hold it up with the tongs like this. Oh, I don't want it to get stuck to the tongs. All right. So, like I said, you're gonna watch me struggle a lot on this channel, which is totally fine. I kind of want to give like an honest, non-professional judgment of stuff. So it is important to me that you do see me struggle if it does cause me to struggle, especially since I do have essential trimmers. You know, I kind of want you guys to know what it's like to try to do these things, even if you have medical issues. And can they be done? That is the question. I don't see why they can't. We'll give that a couple minutes. Like, resin is toxic, guys, so like, let's just try to not touch the resin. I don't know, guys. The little onions don't seem to want to stay put, which is why I'm glad that I only decided to do one of them at a time. I will make sure to make this time lapse. Well, the good news is it's fully coated in resin now, so we should have our best chance of making it stay. The problem is the tongs are not super helpful. They are a little more difficult to use. They are not super precise, I should say. But let's see. I did like the Elsa ice cream before, and we just did not have enough cream to make it work. Some of the cream got stuck at the bottom, so that would be my only, and it didn't really hold its shape all that well, would be my only complaint on that one. I might go back over this resin just to make it a little more dark, because it is kind of see-through, and it doesn't really give a whole good look to this. And also I want to make the other stuff stick as well. Now, as Jackie would say, resin is not glue, so anywhere that the light does not touch, it will not cure. Probably should have put my cabbage leaves like closer to the side to hold this onion up. If you do make a mess on your surface and you're not using a cardboard box and need to clean it, please make sure to use alcohol and not water, because that will make it more sticky. My dog is now ignoring us now that I've told him he can't play with us anymore. The problem is I feel like these are supposed to look like ears on the hot dog for the Cheshire Cat, and I just don't feel like they're going to poke up enough the way that I did them. Like on the top you can kind of see that they're there, but when you look from the side I just don't feel like it's gonna be there. It's still sticky. Make sure I get it from the other side. So yeah, have you guys tried these mini brands creates, and like which one is your favorite? And if not, please tell me which one is your favorite of the ones that we do today. Hopefully we don't get duplicates since there's only 5. But since I got them online before I knew about the cheat hacks and stuff, we'll just have to see. Alright, I feel like it's probably cured enough that we can try to do our other one. I don't think it's cured all the way, which is fine, because we are going to cure it some more. So we're going to do a little more and make sure that it gets down there for our, and we'll make sure that's there. We're just going to put it there and cure some more. Try to drop some of these guys on here. I don't really know what these guys are supposed to be, so if anyone does have an answer, I'm gonna make a mess. But if anyone has an answer, please do let me know. Yeah, these onion things are just not staying, but it's fine. Let's see if I can get this guy to poke up just a little bit. The good news is we do have plenty of resin in this, so that's exciting. I will try to go over it one more time. Just really trying to get these onion pieces to stick up for us, but they don't seem to want to stay. Because our goal is to have them stick up like the Cheshire Cat ears. But we're gonna give it 5 minutes and we'll come back to it.
5 minutes later.
All right, guys, and it is cured. Wow, one of those guys didn't want to stay on there. But yeah, you can see that it is hard. And it is, I guess, a tad sticky on the sides. Let me get the other side, and I will be right back with you guys.
5 minutes later.
Alright, let's see if that is, yep. Alright guys, and this is our Cheshire Cat, Frozen Moments. We're gonna set him aside, and it looks like we have at least some more resin, so we're gonna just, now I don't love that the resin, let me turn off my light here. I don't love that the resin is so light. It's can't find my words, because they clearly used a darker thing in the display pictures. Yeah, you can see the difference here. So I would have preferred it to be a bit darker so that we could see that, but I think that they turned out okay. You know, for a hot dog project. I'm gonna save the extra stuff just in case I can do something with it. And we're gonna save the extra resin. I put all my extra stuff in this ball here so that, you know, it's so that it stays together. I'm gonna keep this because I hear that they only work for a short amount of time, and I don't want to waste the other ones because I would like to use it for other projects. So let's see what else we have next. So we got to do this guy, and that's so exciting. I think that he turned out a lot cuter than my Frozen one did. Hopefully, if we get another one, we'll redo that. All right. So as you can see, I am always struggling to get these open. We're just gonna go ahead and do that. I will show you how much trash is left at the end of these, because I feel like even though it's made out of recycled plastic, there is just so much waste, and I don't know that it's necessarily needed. Let's see if we get to pop a little bit. All right, let's see what we got. We got 1, 2, 3. Hopefully it's not a duplicate, but we'll see. This is another one of our light pamphlets. And we, of course, have another brochure, but it's going to have our spoiler in it. And we kind of want to see what we get. Please don't be Cheshire Cat. Okay, cool. Oh, Moana. Are we going to get to do the Moana one? So excited. All right, let's see. Yes! Moana! So it looks like we have, make sure that we got everything out of that package. We did. Looks like we have some, a flower and some leaves there. And nuts. Moana nuts. Again, not edible, guys. Not edible. Let's see what's in here. We have our bowl, a Moana light. Like I said, I'm going to use the Cheshire Cat one because I don't want to just overly use these. But we have a cute little Moana light. We have cookies. It looks like we're supposed to have 3. Okay. All right. We've got this. With the trimmer, it makes it a little harder for me, but that's okay. Looks like we have like a little boat cookie. And some shell. Oh, cute. I don't know if you can see the detail here, but you have a little conch shells. Beautiful. Okay. We're gonna save our little cookie tray. And now we get to see what we're doing. Okay. Okay. All right. So it looks like this should be fairly easy, I say. And we're not going to want our cookies to pour to the bottom. So looks like they want us to put about some of the cookies at the bottom, and then the resin, and then cookies at the top, more resin, and then start our little boat and conch shells and flowers. So I think we can do that. One day I'll show my face on camera, guys, but it just is not gonna be today. Let's see, these nuts kind of stick together a little bit, so they don't really fall in there too well. So you're gonna have to do it yourself or with the tongs. But you can kind of see the vision here. My question is, are we gonna have enough resin? I'm hoping that we do. We'll pack some nuts in there. I don't feel like we have a whole lot of nuts, so we're not gonna do too much of that, but looks like clear type resin almost. Let's make sure this. Come on. I guess I should put more of the nuts in, because I feel like we're gonna run out of resin if we don't. So let me use my little spoon here. We only need a little bit for the top, but we do want to make sure that our resin gets to the top so that we can have that beachy look, because it's not going to be real cute if we can't get that resin to the top. We don't want to use all of it getting there, but we might. Oh no. Oh no, Moana. I guess we're gonna have to spread out the resin a little bit. Gonna have to kind of make it work, because it just is not a whole bunch in there. All right, and we will solidify this and I will be back with you.
5 minutes later.
All right, so that is cured. You can see that it's pretty hard there. So now we can start trying to put together our little beach scene. Let's see, we're gonna put the rest of the nuts in there. Get them all out here. All right. And we're just gonna kind of put it, you know, little sandy beach going on. Get our flowers and leaves out. And it's going to be important to use the tongs because the next part, you know, we are going to use the resin. It's not going to be hard. So make sure that we have enough to make this beachy scene. And oh, it's okay. We're getting there. All right. I'm glad I used some of the Cheshire Cat stuff. That way we have enough, and it looks like we might even have enough to do maybe a frozen moment of some kind. We'll put our little cookie boat, kind of want it maybe there-ish. Put our little shells. We're gonna use our tongs. Okay, I'm gonna use the tongs there. And we're gonna put our flour. I guess I don't want to put the problem is if I put it here, it's gonna collapse into the thing, and I don't want it to do that. Might have to hold it. And I don't like that they had us put these things last because I just don't think the flour is going to allow it right yet. Yeah, it's not. All right. So our flour. Flour. You have to be upright or you're not gonna work. Alright, my flour is just gonna be coated, I guess. And our leaves might be a little wonk. But that's okay. They can be wonk. There's nothing wrong with being wonk. We're all wonk sometimes, right? I guess when you put a flower in the water, that's gonna happen. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and cure it like this, and I'll be back in
5 minutes later.
Alright guys, so it looks like this is cured. Yeah, it's good here. I did go ahead and put the spoon in there by dipping it a little bit into what was left of the resin. I am glad that we used the, and this is what it looks like from the front. I am glad that we used the Cheshire Cat resin for the base because we would not have had enough if this had been our only project because it is pretty empty there. So good on us for that. And like I said, I'm gonna keep the packaging and stuff and the tongs. I like to keep my extras, and I am gonna keep the light because it's just wasteful to need it for every single time. So these are the two things that we made today. So we made the Cheshire Cat and we made Moana. Out of these two, which one do you guys like the best? Do you guys have a preference? I like the Moana one. Like, even though my flower got a little wonk and my leaves got a little wonk, I think it is so cute. Cheshire Cat was alright. I just really do prefer that they had put darker resin in there. And if you want to see the other 3 balls, come on back. I will be posting a whole other video. If you do like this content and you do want to see further unboxings, I have a whole stash please hit subscribe and all notifications. Brand new channel, guys, so we're still working out the kinks, but any support is appreciated, and I will see you guys later.